Hey, friend. Kelly here on this Wednesday evening, and I wanted to share a seed of leadership with you. Now, you're thinking, a seed of leadership? What do you mean? Let me explain. So, for us at Morgan Ministries, our vision, our desire is to plant seeds and cultivate a generation. Now, why seeds? Well, seeds are small, but when taken care of properly and consistently, they reap the masses. And so for us, we want to plant seeds and we want to plant some specific seeds. We want to plant seeds of faith, we want to plant seeds of purpose, and we want to plant seeds of leadership. And so each week, Dan or I are going to take some time to just give you a little seed, something small, just an inspirational thought that are going to fall in line with three of our values, those three things that I've mentioned: faith, purpose, and leadership. So tonight, I wanted to do that for you with my seed of leadership. So each week for about the last month, I've been meeting with a leadership group with some ladies at my church, and we've been having a great time. And we've really been a mixed in generation. We have some college students, and then some, who are the Gen Xers like me. But it's been a really good and fruitful and fulfilling time. And one of the things that we talked about tonight is attitude. That was one of the principles that we were discussing. And really, how for leaders, attitude really sets the altitude for living. It impacts everything. And so, to be an effective leader, we talked about having a whatever it takes mindset. And so, in order to have a whatever it takes attitude, that you're willing to do whatever it takes as a leader, one of the things that we discussed is that really one of the most important things to do that, to achieve that, is to cultivate gratitude. Gratitude. Because gratitude really is the overflow of the heart. Because if our focus is on complaining, is on what is not possible, then that is going to overflow into the influence that you and I have, into those that God has entrusted us with. And so what we want to do is we want to focus our hearts and our attention on being leaders who cultivate gratitude so that we can maintain a whatever it takes attitude. Scripture even talks about this in Matthew 6:21. Jesus says that wherever your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Another paraphrase that I really love is this. It's from the Amplified, and it says, "For where your treasure is, there your heart, your wishes, your desires, that on which your life centers will be also." So if our treasure as a leader, if our attention, if our focus, if our desires are on the things that aren't happening, are on the complaining, are on the negative things, and we are so hyper focused, that's going to begin to shift our heart in that direction. So in order to come against that, we want to be leaders who cultivate gratitude. How do we do this? This is my challenge for you this week in this seed of leadership. One thing I want you to do in cultivating gratitude is maybe each morning maybe the rest of this week. Just try it for the rest of this week. It's Wednesday night, so try Thursday morning, Friday morning. For those of you that maybe are watching it on Thursday, maybe go through the next 3 or 4 days. Take 5 minutes. First thing you do in the morning, if you have your time with Jesus, for those of you who may be followers of Christ, or maybe just have the focused time for yourself first thing in the morning, and take that time to cultivate gratitude and to think of some specific things in these three specific areas. Find something that you're grateful for that is independent of your feelings. Maybe you're not feeling it yet, but you're going to choose to be grateful for it anyway. Maybe another area that you can find something to be grateful for, or just in the simple and ordinary things of life. Some things that sometimes are so familiar and it's so right in front of our faces that we forget. We forget to be grateful for the simple things, for the ordinary things. And then maybe the last area to find something to be grateful for is if you happen to be in a season of adversity, if you happen to be in a season where there's a lot of pain, maybe there's a lot of trial, there's a lot of hurt. Sometimes in those seasons, we have to choose to find something to be grateful for anyway. So maybe whether you are or not in that particular season, I challenge you to find 2 or 3 things in those specific areas, to list it out, write it out, to find something that you're grateful for. Why? Because when your time, when your attention, when your desires begin to be focused on what you're grateful for, your heart is going to be able to maintain a posture of gratitude. And that, friends, will be able to help you become a leader with a whatever it takes attitude. So take that next step in that seed of leadership for y'all tonight, and looking forward to seeing what God's going to do in your life and in your heart this week as you cultivate gratitude.